Next thing that is very important and that happened after globalization was was growth of information technology and communication. Okay, this is very crucial phase of our growth, because ICT sector, when it had a boom, it was a major boom from the year 1996 onwards, when the internet came. And this was the time when dish antenna came. This was the time when MNCs came. Okay, at that time Indian society again saw there was a lot of input from the outside world to our novice and naive Indian society. So what was the change, what happened there? So we'll be discussing all about this in this part of growth of information technology and communication. Now you see this graph, it actually started from the year, this decade only, which I have told you, this decade 1990s onward, just after the new economic policy was launched by, it was actually an impact of this only new economic policies, and the credit of this new economic policy goes to two people. One is PV Narasimha Rao, okay, and the other is Dr. Manmohan Singh. Okay, so these two people are responsible for this new economic policies of 1991. And we did discuss why this happened, because India was already in debt after the Gulf War, and during this time Russia also disintegrated, and during this time there were so many things that happened. One also was that death of Rajiv Gandhi, assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, and India had already you know was in dumps actually at that time, because it had lot of loans on itself, and it was on the verge of selling its gold reserves to the foreign countries. ठीक है, now you see ये जो रेड कलर का आप देख रहे हो ना, ये रेड वाला, इट इज द टोटल आईटी आउटपुट, एंड द ब्लू कलर में आप देख रहे हो कि बिकॉज ऑफ दिस there was so much of growth in the GDP. This तो you see improved, and I said that there was after 2000 actually, यहाँ से आप ले लो 2006 4 और 5 से ले लो, आपका IT इंडस्ट्री का ग्रोथ यहाँ से शुरू हुआ. ओके, उससे पहले तो आप यू कैन गिव दिस क्रेडिट टू द ओपनिंग अप ऑफ द मार्केट. फ्रॉम हियर the IT sector rose, and you see what type of growth you can see in the GDP after that. So we can give credit to the IT sector for the better GDP of our country after 2004 and 5. Okay, now moving forward, this is also the same graph, you don't have to almost on the similar line. Now, role of IT and the communication. So first is, that information technology has basically helped us in shaping both the world businesses and also our society, isn't it? So many of the fields like IT की वजह से हम लोगों ने किस किस फील्ड को देखा है that have got improved. One is education, isn't it? Education make remarkable change, because अभी तो खैर 2020 onwards तो you have seen online education में, and IT का कितना रोल है उसमें, definitely yes. But education में right from the beginning people have started having this IT in their education curriculum, and they knew that this is going to be the future thing. It is going to have an impact on the society. So the role of IT and communication I have enumerated here. Now, because of the IT, we can work remotely. It is not necessary that you have to be present in US only if you have to deliver work to the United States. Okay, so you can sitting here in Mumbai also, you can work remotely for many companies. अभी तो you know that work from home has become a common term um, after the pandemic, but it was already there. It was already there, but we were not working from home. Though, if our company is set up in Mumbai only, so it was a better work culture that you go to office, work there, and come back. But sitting in that office, we used to work for other countries as well, like US हो गया, UK हो गया, वहाँ के call centers का काम करना. So this happened only because of IT, information technology and communication. That means basically हमारे जो emails and there's and so many things that can be attached to email, like Excels, other things that you can attach to your email and send your companies all those work. If you are an accountant, you can work remotely for a foreign company. And if you have any other type of business like call center ho gaya, so the work comes to you, you have to just take the call and give them answers. And not only that, medical transcription work, this work was like, for example, this doctors who are sitting in US, they used to have patients coming in to them, and they won't write anything. They would speak on a audio tape about the symptoms, about the history, about the medication, about the diagnosis of that patient, and they will send those audio tapes to say India, per se India. Okay, and there are call centers in India. There are medical transcriptionists who are sitting here in India. They would hear those audio tapes, and then they will write in, like, for example, patient's name, this, patient's age, this, and this doctor would speak, because speaking is better. They don't want to waste time in making the notes, right? So they used to delegate their work to India, because they know if they delegate this work to US, they will have to pay huge amount, because pay packages in US, they are very, very high. So why India was happy doing that work? Because Indian people, they were getting very less a salary when they are working for Indian company. But when they are working for MNC, as I told you, यहाँ पे आपको Indian company X amount करती है, and US company, they have to pay 10x. So US companies, US doctors, they were also happy getting work done from Indians and giving only 5x amount of money. So they used to save. So it was a win-win situation for both our country and the US also, because they were getting the work done at less amount, but we were getting better salary as compared to the Indian companies. So this was work remotely. Not only this happened for medical, this also happened for legal transcription. Okay. Legal transcription. Which is the best company? Indie Dutch. Indie Dutch was the legal transcription company which had a setup in Bangalore and other places. So I'm going to erase all these things. So you understood now what is work remotely. So with the help of Indian IT and communication, this was made possible. Otherwise it is not possible, no? to send so many things in. If they were supposed to send all these audio files via courier or via shipping, it would make no sense, because it will take lot of time. Because of the internet, it it happens in a second. You can send an email with attachment to any place within seconds, and after doing your work you can send it back to them within seconds. So because of information technology, this became possible. Now I'll erase everything so that I can write for you. Now, second point here is communication. Definitely, communication is very important to any businesses, and information technology gives you that freedom to communicate easily, effectively, fastly, quickly, right? So your IT department can hook your employees with email, videos, conferencing equipment, internal chat rooms. You know, nowadays it is possible, right? You don't have to be present physically in any place, to get to be a part of a meeting. Some of the people who are physically present can be present in a meeting hall, sitting on the table, while rest can be on the screen. And both, so कितने participant हो सकते हैं? Many participants from all over the world. In case somebody is from Sydney, somebody is from UK, somebody is from New Zealand, somebody is from Tanzania. So everything is possible. So communication has improved because of information technology. Okay, moving ahead. Increased efficiency. Definitely the main advantage is of IT is that our efficiency has increased. Now businesses are built around all kinds of processes, and lot of these processes are repetitive. जब ये repetitive processes are there, that can be done with the help of technology, isn't it? So, and you know what, repetitive जो भी होता है काम, for example, you have to send email to 1,000 people. What you can do? Copy paste. So repetitive tasks which were earlier very bulky, which were very boring, which were very slow, now it can be done with lot of efficiency. And computers system, you can design your system in such a way that you can perform these tasks based on strict business rules. Processes such as service desk or logging, file archiving, customer record management, all these things, they are present, they are just at your fingertips. You just have to move your fingers on the keyboard and you are able to find everything on the screen. Okay, even old data can be retrieved with the help of computers. So there is lot of efficiency. Earlier it was very difficult for an employee to find from an old archive some related data, but now once you know little bit of information, you just put in and you retrieve the whole data. So it has become, the work has become very efficient. People have become very efficient because of information technology. Let's move ahead. Useful and relevant work. What does that mean? How role of IT and communication help in that? Basically, हम लोग पहले क्या करते थे? We used to spend our time in repetitive tasks and some boring work which now can be taken over by the IT, and we can useful and relevant work means we can put our creativity into relevant work and useful work, rather than doing all those tasks which can be taken care by the technology, right? So we don't have to spend our time performing those tasks which computers can do it for us. कहाँ तो आपको 1000 email सेंड करने में फुल डे लग जाता, अगर इफ़ यू वर टू राइट विद हैंड, ओके, and do it manually even after having those क्या कहते हैं photocopiers and all. You cannot you will have to change the names. For example, you are sending mails to 1000 people, so you want to address personally, so you will have to do lot of work in that case. तो वो सब काम के जो टाइम बचता है, यू कैन यूज इट फॉर योर better work, creative work, relevant work, isn't it? Now, let me see what is the time. Or I will do one thing. I'll finish this part and then we'll take a break, okay? Now, we can have better decision making for management because they have got lot of tools in front of them, okay? They can have lot of data in front of them, lot of tools in front of them, and also there's lot of records, transaction, updates that can be stored in their computer, and when they look at them, it is easy for them to have an access to all of these things. They can make better decisions. They can use them in the charts, they can make the graphs, so that they understand the trends. They understand कि इसका ऐसा करने से ऐसा हो सकता है, because lot of data can be now used. Earlier it was a very tedious job for the management. Now it has become easy, and also in a way they can make better decision using all those tools, okay? Now this data can be aggregated, this data can be analyzed and displayed in a very good format, so that you can present it in front of the people. Now that data can also show the trends which are going to happen. They can also do financial analysis, okay, and they can also even tell us who are going to be the profitable customers. They can also tell us many things. This also allows employees, both analyst and also management, to look at the data and make decision on to improve the company's performance, basically. Okay. Next point is improved services to the customer. Now, over the years, we have seen that information and technology has made it possible that we give better customer services, and this happens because there is decrease in the hold times for customers dialing in, and more accurate information can be provided to the customers for their account. For example, if they're calling, earlier अगर आपने बैंक में कॉल किया, they would not entertain you. They will take your call, they will write whatever you had asked for, and then they will go and search the file, then they will give you a call back. Now this doesn't happen. Now when you are calling, the computer is in front of them, they ask your customer ID or whatever, and they are there, your whole data is in front of them on the screen. So all of these points can be attributed to the advantage of information technology only. So whom will you attribute it to? IT sector. Now IT for management, again same thing. Now information technology provides the great advantages for manager, because they want to track important trends in the business. Management का काम ही होता है कि they want to see what is the trend and how they can improve the business for future. So when they are able to find the trends, कैसा होगा, so budgets, they can also realign their budgets. They can also see the employee record, employee performance. एक एम्प्लॉय के बारे में कंप्लेन आई है तो उसका पूरा प्रीवियस रिकॉर्ड इट कैन कम इन फ्रंट ऑफ हिम, जस्ट फीड इन करते गए. नाउ दे कैन हैव एन एक्सेस टू इट. They can also have better customer services. और इन्वेंट्री को भी तो देखना होता है, मैनेजमेंट का काम बहुत सारा होता है. सो इन्वेंट्री का भी पूरा डेटा नाउ कंप्यूटराइज्ड हो गया. सो इट बिकम्स वेरी इजी फॉर देम टू मेक डिसीजन कि व्हाट टू कीप एंड व्हाट नॉट टू कीप, राइट. Okay, now next point uh, is improved sharing of information. Because of IT, you can share your information, whether it is written information, whether it is you can, you can also broadcast that information to many number of people, and in very quickly, within seconds, marketing can be, you can, it's, for example, you have a marketing play email, you can send it to thousands of people in a second. Okay, all of them will have an access to your email, and e-learning and other forms of online training have actually done a remarkable changes, in the business. you know it has increased your business potential to many many times, because now you are able to share information with anybody very quickly. And what happens, the response is also very fast. When you share information, the people will also come in very quickly in case you have some discount or some anything. I'm just giving you an example. आपका डिस्काउंट वाला ईमेल आपने भेजा, ओके, when they got it, they immediately come and respond to your email, they come and do the shopping. But earlier क्या होता था, we used to have pamphlets, they used to be, either stuck on the walls or put in the mailbox, जो फिजिकल मेल बॉक्स होते थे ना, हर किसी के घर के बाहर होते थे, यहाँ पे डालते थे. सो दिस यूज टू टेक टाइम. कोई पढ़ेगा, उसके बाद उसके ऊपर एक्ट करेगा. नाउ तो इन्फॉर्मेशन आपके इनके मोबाइल से आपके मोबाइल में विद इन सेकेंड्स हो जाता है. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट इज ऑटोमेशन. Now, technology has actually made it possible that we can automate so many things. Like, किसी को response देना है, business query आया है, so there are 10 or 15 automated response that we have generated, and as per the query that goes in a jiffy, उसको immediately response मिल जाता है कि ये है, ठीक है. So automation has actually it allows small business to function very effectively, because they don't have a lot of manpower with them. Because manpower रखेंगे, so they will have to give the salaries also, so it becomes a burden on them. So but एक बार टेक्नोलॉजी में इन्वेस्ट किया, it is forever ना. ऑटोमेटेड आंसर्स मिल गए. फॉर एग्जांपल बुक कीपिंग के लिए there are certain apps available, Quickens, QuickBook. Definitely, you will not hire a person, because एक person के साथ आपकी liability ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है, rather than an app. App can be, and most of the apps, they are actually nowadays free, because the apps, they generate income through the advertisements that come in between, right? So this is it, and I'm going to wind up my class here only, and we'll take a break of 10 minutes. After that, we'll continue with the next topic. Okay. So we'll take a break now. welcome back. So we'll be taking up the next topic now. Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll be taking up the next topic, and the next topic here is, one second. And just let me know if the screen is also visible, because I've shared it, but I'm not very
Yes,
sure.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I'll stop presenting and I'll share it again because there's some problem here. So we were here, and now I think I have a video that I want to share it with you. So let me first show you this video and then we'll continue with the rest of the lecture. Okay, just let me copy it. Okay.
Top 10 positive effects of modern technology on young generation. Mo-
Okay, now I'm sharing it with you all. I hope it is visible.
Modern technology improved the communication of the young generation. Empower young generation youth. Modern technology saves time of the young generation. Modern technology enhance learning. Online communities and groups. Modern technology enhance creativity. Easily work by machines. Modern technology online branding. Modern technology digital marketing. Modern technology improved healthcare.
Okay, so this was it. This was the positive impact. Okay, so not only there are positive impact, there had been some negative impacts also. So I'm going to show you that video as well. Since we were on this topic, so it is better that we should see it now only. Otherwise, I would have given you the links to see it for yourself. Now, is the screen visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Top 10 negative effects of modern technology on young generation. Modern technology wastes time of young generation. Ease of access to inappropriate information. Impacts on relationships. Distraction of technology. Addiction to modern technology. Modern technology causes social isolations. Social skills decrease. Misbehave with parents. Study and learning affected by modern technology. Negative effects of modern technology on health.
Okay, so now we'll continue with our lecture, and let me present you my slides. Okay, so the topic here is impact of IT in everyday life. So before I started my lecture, I showed you few videos. Now, when we talk about impact of IT in our daily life, what does that mean? That means they, as I told you, there are positive effect, there are negative impact also. So, and the video also showed you the same. So it was just a reinforcement why I always want to show you the same videos that I have already talked about, because maybe you have missed out on one point, or maybe I want you to give you a revision of the same thing that we have already discussed, or I want that sometime audio and visual effect, they have an impact on certain kids, you know. So it's always I try to, you know, put everything together. किसी को वीडियो समझ में आता है, किसी को मेरी आवाज़ समझ में आती है. So whatever way you can benefit, I want you to benefit basically. So impact of IT in everyday life. What are the positive impact? As we have already discussed everything, but now again I'm going to give you all the points in, you know, bullets. But after the screen is over, you can take a screenshot and keep it with you. One is increases production and it saves time. Definitely, when you are using information and technology, and you know the communication has improved so much drastically, so businesses, you know, they automate the various tasks. And when you do the automation, you save your time, right? For example, you know, yeah, definitely you save time. I don't need to give you an example. You have understood this already. Next is improves communication. Definitely, with the help of communication technology tools like abhi jaise we have mobile phones, Android phones, electronic emails. We can also do Zoom meetings. We can do Google meetings. So our communication has improved manyfold because of this technology. So not only communication has improved, we can also, send information within organization or outside very easily and very effectively and very quickly, isn't it? Now employees also can have access to certain types of information. uh, अच्छा वो I'll talk about in the next topic, that is clouds. जो clouds में we can keep certain types of information, we'll talk about that in the other point. Now let me change the ink because it is very dark and would like to keep a light one. Okay. Employees can for example, ये तो हो गया, this point is done. Next is improves data storage and file management. ये this point I was talking about कि now we have the facilities of Dropbox and also cloud, है ना? So we can store our data here, and if we want, we can have an access to this data sitting anywhere in the world. In case you want to share these file with somebody who is in US, you can give the password and they can also share that same data. Okay, so that means so much easy access to your files, which was earlier it was so difficult if they were manually couriered from one place to another, so that you can have an access. Even if you want to send a fax or the photocopy of the same, it would take lot of time, isn't it? But Dropbox, that means whole sea of information at your fingertips, right? Now businesses, they use cloud hosting services because they want to store and store and back up their business data, and it saves their paperwork also. It makes the transfer and access to a remote place also. ठीक है? For example, इसके लिए कौन सा साइट है? Dropbox.com. आजकल तो Google Drives, when so many drives are there. You just keep your data there and you can have an access to that. ठीक है? Information and data are very important tools for business, and if you have an access to them at proper time when you need it, then it can, you can do wonders with that. Now next point, improves financial management. There are so many softwares that helps you in financial planning and making your account books, like for example quick books, Excel, then bookkeeper, okay, Sage 50. These are all softwares and apps that helps you to plan your finances effectively, to have a better management of the finances. Next point, cut costs of operations and increases the ROI. ROI means rate of return. Because now you are not, for example, you don't have to send the information via post, so you will be cutting on that cost, isn't it? And when you have less cost of operation, definitely the rate of return is improved, right? Now communication technology and has made the business promotion also, जो आप business promotion करते हो, that also has become cost effective nowadays because you are using social media. For example, you can post on the Facebook, you can post on Instagram, your advertisement. I'm talking about advertisements here. So when you are posting on Facebook, you are posting on Instagram, you don't have much cost attached to it. Definitely when there is less cost, rate of return will be definitely more than, okay? Now next point that I will be talking on is improves customer relationship. What does that mean? Now businesses, they always interact with their consumers and fans. So when there is a better communication channel, for example, IT has improved there is a better bond that is created between consumers. Information technology can be used to improve customer service in so many ways. For example, business can use internet to inform their customers about the great deals that are going to happen. Okay, and it can be used as a great tool to any business to gain a competitive advantage to their counterparts. All right, improves business competition. What does that mean? uh, Companies, they use technology to gain competitive advantage over their competitors. A business will improve when its technology and is better, and it is giving better services and better products, which makes the customers happy, and this will uh, you know make these customers a loyal customers to the business. And they, once they become loyal customers, then there is a word of mouth publicity that happens. They invite more friends to use that product. Okay, so information technology really helps in boosting the business, and it improves the competition also. Now, credit cards and smart cards, how they have come up in the picture ever since this plastic money. It actually started from the year 1998 onwards, and then buying and selling of goods and services has become simple because of using the smart cards. Okay, you just have to keep that card. Nobody can have an access, nobody can steal it. Even if they steal it, they cannot open it. Now don't talk about those hackers, because there are so many frauds that has happened. See, yahi, this is the problem. When there is an growth in IT sector, there is also a growth in the hackers community. So सबका सबका वो चलता रहता है ना. So but you have to be very smart in this regard also. Once you feel your card has been lost, and don't get trapped in all these online frauds. You should be well aware. There are so many places where they ask your credit card information, and which you are not supposed to give. So be street smart there. Though this technology, credit card and smart cards are there to help you, but if you are a fool, then you will lose your money. Okay, now money, because of these credit cards and smart cards, can be transferred from consumer's account to the merchant's account within seconds. Okay, and then this time saves time for both of you. Okay, now e-bill presentation and payment. Nowadays, there is EBPP. This is, where is my pen? This is EBPP. Nowadays, EBPP sends us bill over internet, and they give us an easy way to pay them. And you can look at the amount. If it is correct, you pay it. In this, what happens, there is no need for billing companies to send the mail, physical mail hota hai na, no need to send that. So it saves paper, it saves money, it saves time for both of us, both the sides, companies as well as the consumers. Improves innovation. Now, technology has played a big role in innovation. Why? With access to computer and internet, anyone can start their business while they are sitting at home. Nowadays, there's so many things that you can see. You can earn money also. There are so many apps that help you in affiliate marketing, and then there are certain other businesses. वही है. For example, Lenskart.com. What he used to do, this fellow used to sell chashmas earlier, but then he innovated his business using technology and came up with this funda of Lenskart.com. Then there is Ritesh Agarwal, who had set up Oyo, rooms for rental. So he used technology. Ola and Uber kya hai? They are all the same old businesses, but with a touch of technology, innovation. They innovated. That is why they made it big. So when you have, your most of the work is done by most of the work is automated using the technology. Now your brain is free to innovate new ideas. You become more creative with your things, and once you have a different and a unique idea, it is surely going to hit, isn't it? Ula and Uber, why they were so successful, why Oyo, room rentals and Lenscard, even Shadi.com. Earlier these marriages used to take used to be on the newspaper matrimonial column, and then you have to go and visit. Nowadays it has become so easy. Even Shadi.com has included video conferencing so that you can talk to each other also. So many innovations. So once you have technology at your feet, you have to now make use of it. It is all up to you how you innovate it. Any business you can have your you can use technology and take your small businesses to a very high level. YouTube, for example, all those people who were very very small, they suddenly made it big using YouTube because they were having access to so many people. They had something to give to the society, but earlier they had a very small market. Now they anybody can have an access. Okay. Now next point is that improved entertainment. Now in the entertainment industries, IT technology has done a remarkable job. Technology has changed the entertainment industries. Now there are so many ways to watch a movie. Netflix है, Amazon है, other platforms are there. Not only that, music का भी है. Not only that, in making also, when they are making movies and when they are doing, they incorporate the technology in the making. Now earlier they used to really do the fight sequences and all. Nowadays they use computers, graphics and all to make a scene, to make it look very effective. Sometimes some things cannot be done using the real actors and things. So what they do, they innovate. They have innovated that part also. Next point that is very important, with improved social discovery. See, here you can talk about Facebook, you can talk about Insta. Though this has got negative impacts also, but it has got positive impacts also. uh, I'll take my example per se, because see, social discovery में क्या है कि when you have, I lost touch with my all my friends because I passed my school in this year, then my college in 1996, and then we started working. We never had contact with my school friends or college friends, बिकॉज कब तक रखोगे? जो हमारा जो पुराना ज़माने का होता था ना, मेल सिस्टम, राइटिंग चिट्ठी एंड देन सेंडिंग, वो दैट यूज टू लास्ट ओनली फॉर 1 year बिकॉज इट इज़ वेरी रिस्पॉन्स आने में टाइम लगता था, एंड देन यू हैव टू send the response. It used to take time. Now because of Facebook and Instagram, I got connected to all of them again, बिकॉज एक फ्रेंड कनेक्शन में आया, उसने फेसबुक से दूसरे को कनेक्ट कर दिया, तीसरे को कनेक्ट कर दिया. सो दिस वॉज अ बेटर सोशल डिस्कवरी फॉर मी, बिकॉज फॉर मी माई प्रीवियस फ्रेंड रिकॉर्ड वॉज ज़ीरो. I will owe it to the fact that my father was in Air Force, so we used to move from one place to another. Every 3 to 5 years का गैप में हम लोग चले जाते थे, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे पोस्टिंग हो जाता था. So but for you people, you are born in the age of Facebook. So definitely आपके लिए क्या इम्प्रूवमेंट है कि आपका फ्रेंड जो भी है फेसबुक पे, आपके उसके फ्रेंड्स के फ्रेंड्स को भी आप जान सकते हो. You can get to know their activity, and if you are interested you can send them the request also, है ना? So this is called improved social discovery in case of IT. ठीक है? Next point, I'll clean everything here so that The next point is globalization of knowledge. Because of globalization, what IT sector suddenly, क्या हुआ, इंटरनेट की वजह से everything is available to everyone. Earlier people used to keep the knowledge to themselves, and they used to really feel proud that they have so much of knowledge, and they would not share it. But nowadays, if they don't share it, you have your internet, you go there and everything is available there. So you don't pay two hoots to that person who never used to give you that information. Now that person must also have realized ki if I am not going to give the information, you are going to get it from the internet. So he had also become humble. He knows ki if I am not going to, I am going to lose out on my friendship, because that person will get information from somebody on the net. So this person is also now willing to share information. So now there is globalization of knowledge. We sitting in India, we can have knowledge all about Brazil, we can have knowledge about China, we can know what is happening in Australia. So this is called globalization. Today you can use the internet to get the latest news of any country in the world. Okay, now even services like Twitter क्या करता है, it has made you a small reporter, isn't it? You as a person, your opinion also, if you have a very different opinion, you put it on a Twitter. If it is very good, people start making it viral, and if you say something wrong, then you are trolled also. ठीक है? Now services like Wikipedia, sea of information is available on that Wikipedia, anything under the sun. You don't have to ask your earlier we used to rely on people who were very knowledgeable, and we used to really go to them, and we used to read newspaper, and it was a tedious job earlier. Now it is not. The next point here now is online education, and I don't need to talk about this at all, because during the pandemic you had a taste of it, very brilliant taste of it. Earlier also online education was there. I won't say that it was not there, because I remember in the year 2009 and 2007, I heard people taking online classes. Like for example, when I was in Mumbai at that time, I heard that there are certain teachers in Mumbai who were taking online classes for students who are sitting in Bangalore. So that means during that time online education was there, but very few people were exposed to it, and very few people who were technologically very good, savvy people, they used to go for online education, because they knew that you don't have to be at one place to get the best of education. But during the pandemic, now it has become a household thing. Online education has become a very common term, because we were literally pushed towards online education. There was no other way out. So everybody had to go towards that. Earlier it was very selective people were there for online education. All right, let me now erase this so that I can talk about the next point. So the next point is new methods of education. Same point, almost on the same category. Now use of education, using different types of puzzles, even there are certain games when you play, you get you are educated on certain things. Even if you can learn car driving using a game software. ठीक है? Because learning car driving is also a part of education, right? And then you can also have different puzzles. So different innovations in education also. Kahoot. Okay, abhi online aa jao, to we have so many other apps that are available that can immediately tell us where you stand. You just have to make a questionnaire and you all can answer, and immediately you get the result also. So new methods of education, isn't it? Now next point is internet banking. Let me clear now internet banking mein, so there's so many online banking. Many banks have now integrated uh, information technology system in their system, because it is very easy nowadays to withdraw money and to make an online payment, use ATM cards or smart money. So immediately their records are updated or anywhere in the world. So now if you have an account in Bank of India, you can you can sit anywhere in India and you can have your transaction, and immediately your account is updated. You can also uh, you know get the what what do you call that online ka, one second, uh, balance also, how much balance is there, and then उसको क्या कहते हैं, I'm not getting the terms. Leave it. I'll get it, I'll come back to it. Now, using this, you can also have fast credits. Yes or no? Right? Fast credit means technology used in banks now helps in gathering financial details and credit scores of any customer very quickly. The information which can be, used for for when a customer applies for a credit card in the bank. So if all those informations are available to the bank, they can easily give the loans, because everything is now on your fingertips, on your keyboard. The whole data, everything, even Aadhaar card. Nowadays there is one more thing, your whole record is there. Even for in case you want to take a loan, your previous record, everything is available online. So आपका credit score क्या है, triple A है, A है, whatever. So everything is in front of them. So they know what to do with your previous record is there with them. With if you are, even if you are not with the same bank, everything. So your whole history is open in front of them. So if they have to give you credit because looking at your past record, they can do it very fast. Okay. So let's move ahead to the next topic. Let me see what is the time also. Okay, we still have 5 more minutes to go. Let's see what we can do. Online shopping. Okay, we don't have to go anywhere. There are some more points here. Now, using information technology, that is also one of the positive impact. Online shopping में आजकल कितने सारे हैं. Amazon तो सबसे ऊपर है ही है. Meesho, there's so many other, Myntra and all. So all these experiences earlier you never had. Now you can do online shopping. You can pay online. You can pay cash or COD also. कुछ ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि you have to have a credit card only or a ATM card or a BHIM Bhim interface then only. So you have different facilities, and online shopping has become a norm nowadays, because nowadays everybody is so busy in their life. Sometimes some people, they don't want to leave the house, but they want to get the things delivered at their doorsteps. So these companies, the Amazon was a pioneer in this, realizing this, that people would be very happy if things which they need, they can be delivered at their doorsteps. So making use of the technology, making use of the online banking, making use of all these things, even things from anywhere around the world can be, because Amazon has their warehouses in every city. So products from all over the world can be kept there, and it does not take much of time. Fastest delivery भी हो जाता है. Okay, and then you don't have to really go physically to the shop to do the shopping, because for example you have to buy certain things like which you are a regular buyer. For example, you want oil, you want rice, you want particular brand of rice, you just have to name and Amazon में आपने cart में डाल दिया and just pay and everything will be delivered to your house, right? So this has also become, this is also a positive impact on the this thing. Now online conferencing, by you can sit anywhere in the world and you can talk to any number of people. Earlier also this was very common, even before pandemic. Like for example, if there is a multinational company and the boss is sitting in US and the employees, some of the employees are sitting in UK, some of them are in India and some of them in Indonesia, for example. So they used to have a conference earlier also on their thing. So this has all become possible because of the internet only. Otherwise, because of the IT only. Because communication has improved so much in this past 2-3 decades that they don't have to go physically from one place to another. So thereby एक तो आपका time बचता है when you go from one place to another. दूसरा, you save your money also, isn't it? Time and money saved means your cost of production is improved, is decreased, because you have saved your time and that time you can utilize for something else. Money you can, then rate of return definitely goes up, isn't it? So that's all for today.